Tonight we present the Foot Locker three-point contest. The pressure is high, the drama is fierce, and the pace is fast. Hold on tight, everybody.
Well, right next to me, I've got somebody who knows a thing or two about winning this event. So tell us what it takes to do just that, Steve.
Well, I did win the event once, Clark, in '97, and it really is a matter of finding a rhythm. The game comes so fast, the shots are coming one after the other. You've got to get into a groove, get into a rhythm, and then just let it ride.
And here we go with Freak. He'll have 60 seconds to get off 25 shots from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and with each make counting as 1 point, except the last ball of each rack, which counts for 2.
Yeah, that's the money ball, Clark, and those shots are usually the ones that end up deciding this contest.
Your memory has to be very short in this format, like less than a second. You have to put every miss right behind you. Forget about it.
Yeah, because one miss can easily turn into 2 and then 3. And then you start racing because you're worried about the clock, and before you know it, you're pretty much out of it.
Gets the money ball. Nine points. He's got 10. Good rack right there. 4 points total.
Excellent pacing right now and rhythm to his shot.
Make that 14. Now to 15. 5 big points on that rack alone. Pushes it to 18. He's at 19. The round ends and he's got 19. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
I think things are so much easier when a shooter gets off to a good start, and he certainly did that.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
J.J. Redick, a terrific shooter, shot over 40% from distance in his career at Duke. And in the NBA, that accuracy has continued. A player who has to be accounted for at all times.
You know, this is really a very unique experience for the participants. You're on your own out there. Nobody can help you. And every eye in the arena is focused on you.
You're right, Clark. It's totally different from a regular game. You're the only person out there. You're firing shots left and right. It's different, and you have to adapt to that different experience and make it your own if you're going to win.
Drains the money ball. Notches 13. He's at 14. One last rack remains. That's 4 misses in a row. He averages 3 points a rack and finishes with 15. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
And so we'll see Wesley Matthews.
You know, Wes Matthews, Kevin, out of Marquette, had a really solid career there, but was undrafted. A player who's really solidified himself as a quality NBA talent. I mean, a tough defender. He's a pretty good shooter, can handle it. I mean, there's not anything he doesn't do reasonably well.
You remember his dad, Wes Matthews, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I remember, those Wisconsin teams cost me a Big Ten championship. Cost us a Big Ten title back in 1980, and Wes Matthews was the culprit. He was the catalyst for knocking us off twice in those.
I am sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
I know I
did. You knew what you were doing. Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
Steve, help me out here. He's got 12. That's 13. He scores 13 points in the round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments when it looked like things might slip away from him, but I thought he was really tough. He hung in there throughout and posted a decent number.
So it'll be Chandler Parsons here.
You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
Well, that's pretty respectable, but if he's anywhere close to his best, guys, I think that's very doable.
4 points.
7 more points to stay in contention.
Well, now he's got it going. Getting it done.
5 points more to stay in it.
He's got 9. A 3-point rack for him right there.
He needs 3 more points.
Now with 11. Can't get the money ball. One more to stay alive. Good for 13.
That gets him into the third hole and books him a place in the finals.
He posts a score of 14. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
So it's Paul George ready to go.
And he needs at least 14 here to remain in contention.
A good chance for him here. That score is beatable. He needs 8 points more. 8 points.
Solid start there.
5 more points to stay in it. Up to 10 now. 11 on the board. 2 racks remaining. 3 more points to stay in contention.
Now he's tied for third here.
A strong closeout there.
And he's alone in second place with that one.
His score sits at 18 points for the round. His stroke looked terrific in that round, guys.
Well, he didn't waste any time getting things started either. Really rifled through that first rack, didn't miss one ball. And I thought that was the key for the rest of the round.
And so we'll see LeBron James. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round. He only needs to break 15 points to move on. Here we go.
Well, his first couple of racks are important, Kevin. If he can get going early, then I think he'll feel very confident going into the latter rack.
3 down.
A slow start.
Now with 4. He's got 5. Now with 6.
7 more points and he'll move on. Six more and he advances.
1 rack left. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few racks.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get anything.
He posts a score of 14. Roberts got the best score in the qualifying round, guys. I'll bet he's excited for the finals.
With the strong group we have moving on to the finals, I'm expecting a very...
On that, I mean, I'd be surprised if this doesn't go all the way down to the last rack.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go. And J.J. Redick, a go-to scorer at Duke, certainly.
Yeah, an average 27 points a game his senior season, Kevin. He's more of a role player in the NBA, but still remains a knockdown shooter who has actually become a better scorer in the NBA, I think.
Yeah, good point.
From the very first year it took place, the three-point contest has been so much fun. Larry Bird won the first 3 in a row, a few of them in dramatic fashion.
And that was one of the things that made it special right away. Having one of the all-time legends putting his stamp on the shootout immediately.
11 points. And he's made all 3 money balls. He's at 14. He's made all 4 money balls. He finds himself at 16 points at the end of the round. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
That's 4 misses in a row. And here we go with Paul George.
A chance to tie it with 16 or move ahead.
Makes his first there. Gets the money ball. Now with 4. He's got 5. Money ball, no good.
Getting ugly in here.
What is going on?
That's 3 racks in a row now that have given him fits. He can only afford 1 more miss from here on out.
Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best, but, you know, this competition is so tough. If you're not on your game, you're not going to win.
14 points is his total as the round comes to a close. And here we go with Freak. He was the hottest shooter entering the finals, so he earned the right to go last. And he knows exactly what the target is.
And over his career, just a superb long-range marksman. A chance to tie it with 16. or move ahead.
Makes his first there. 2 points. 4 points. 5 points now. That makes it 4 straight for him. 8 more points for him to tie it up. He's got 9.
7 more points and he'll tie it.
10 points on the board. 12 for him.
4 more points to win it.
There we go. Ooh, he is feeling it. Yeah, he's starting to get it going.
Down to the final rack. Now he's got it. What a run. He's hit his 9th consecutive shot. That's 11 in a row. It's a barrage of threes. A fine score of 22 points for the round. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a good time out there. He hit a few in a row, and then he was off and running. I mean, he ended up burying 11 straight.
And we've reached the finish line of a Foot Locker three-point contest. All our competitors gave it their best shot, but one man was head and shoulders above the rest. This year's champion, Freak.
It was a great event. There's always so much excitement packed into the three-point contest.
Yeah, no question, Clark. Those were some real theatrics we saw out there today.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night.